Mabuhay pageant fans! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey Adam G, your online Queenspirational talk show. For tonight's content, guys, I am being given a chance to interview a very beautiful lady. She comes from Taiwan and she is about to represent her country in the upcoming Miss International pageant. I'm so excited because this is my first time that I'll be interviewing a delegate for Miss International this year. So I couldn't wait to get to know her more in a little while. So here she is. Please say hello to Miss International Taiwan 2023, Anita Wang. Hi, Anita.
Hello! Mabuhay, Philippines! It's my honor to be here and certainly a great honor to meet Mr. Adam, one of the greatest beauty pageant critics in the world. Hello!
Oh my gosh, I feel so overwhelmed with that introduction. I'm not really that great. I just happen to love what I do, but thank you so much for the compliment. So, Anita is here in Manila to talk more about her candidacy for Miss International. So, what brings you here to Manila?
So I've always heard that Philippines is the empire of beauty pageants. So I've always known that if I ever have the honor to represent Taiwan, I should come here to train and to prepare for my upcoming pageant so I can promote my advocacy even further than I can if I just stayed in Taiwan. So here I am. I've been training my runway, my passerella with Miss Shandy, and I've been having makeup lessons with Miss Mickey. And here I am now doing an interview, and I would even have a photo shoot and video shoot in the coming days. And hopefully, I can utilize what I learned here in Philippines well in Miss International.
Wow, great to hear that. So, how's your stay in Manila so far?
It has been wonderful. I must admit, it has been very rainy, but all of the training, all of the help has been very, very fruitful and very helpful for me. So I'm super grateful for that.
And how do you find your training so far? How's the training here compared back home?
It was definitely very intense. When I call my friends at night, I tell them, "Oh, you're actually talking to the ghost of Anita right now because she passed away in the training." But just like Miss Shandy say, no pain, no gain. And so I've been very happy about the training, and hopefully the coming days will be as interesting and intense as well.
So how many days will you be staying here?
Actually, I'm staying a total of 7 to 8 days, so I'm staying up until next Tuesday.
Oh, that's great to hear. So, but first of all, for the benefit of my viewers who may not be familiar with you yet, can you give a little intro about yourself?
Of course. So again, my name is Anita. I am Miss International Taiwan 2023. I'm 27 years old already, so last year for Miss International, and I've been working as a professional interpreter in the area of diplomatic and economic for the past 5 years already. I've interpreted for the President of Taiwan, the Vice President of Taiwan, and diplomats from over 25 different countries in Taiwan. So that's also why I joined Miss International because I know their vision and mission is to connect between different culture and transcend borders. So I've always have a passion for that, no matter in language or connect with people from different cultural backgrounds. And I'm also joining because I really want to promote my advocacy, which is quality education for children. So in Taiwan, our literacy rate is hitting 99%. However, there might be a big equality between urban and countryside area. So I've been using my experiences connecting with the world to go to the countryside to teach them about more about connecting with different culture. And as your Miss International, I'll be more than willing to work with Miss International Organization and United Nations to continue advocate for children's right to education from all 7 continents around the globe. So again, I'm super happy to be here.
Oh my gosh, guys, she has a very engaging personality, but apart from that, she's so well spoken.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, super well spoken. So you've been working as an interpreter for the government.
Uh-huh.
So how has it been like? So what's the process like when you work when you have a job like that? So do they give the speech to you a night before the event and that's how you write down the the translation before you translate it for next day's event? How does I'm really interested to know more about your line of job.
Oh, I actually am a freelancer, but my agency often work with government, and so basically before the job, they give us the topic and what might come up the coming days. However, as you know, diplomatic talks or commercial talks, commercial discussions, they can be highly volatile. So even though we prepare and we print out a glossary that we arrange ourselves, Mandarin to English. However, it is highly, highly possible that the topic changes at the moment. So, I think as an interpreter, I just like watching TV shows and reading books, reading things on the internet. Things a lot of people do, but I do it not only for recreational purposes, but also for my job, so that I will know what's going on. And when something come up in my work, I wouldn't be caught off guard.
From the way you describe it, it's so cool. Is it a fun job? Are you having fun with that, with your line of work?
It is like every time I meet a different person, a different industry. Just like right now, I'm meeting some of the tycoons of the beauty pageant industry. So it has been a very exciting line of work.
Is this your first pageant?
First international pageant, yes, and my first pageant was Miss Taiwan. That gave me the opportunity to become Miss International Taiwan. So
It's so refreshing to see a Taiwanese candidate in in a pageant like Miss International. Because correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time in a long while, I think decades, that I'm meeting a Taiwanese candidate face to face for an upcoming competition. Yeah. So wow. Can I say that you're a revolutionary candidate?
I I certainly hope to be revolutionary. However, we do have candidates at Miss International every year, but Japan is the only country that allowed Taiwan to compete in a major pageant. So we do not have a Miss Universe Taiwan, we do not have a Miss World Taiwan, we do not have a Miss Earth Taiwan. So Miss International is the biggest we can join, and you're absolutely right because the last time Miss Taiwan ever someone from Taiwan ever entered the finals of Miss International was back in 1962. So that was more than 60 years ago. And that was actually the year my mom was born. So I seriously think that it is about time that Taiwan got some light in Miss International as well. And I'm very grateful for Japan and for Miss International organization to allow us to compete.
Wait, refresh my memory about history. What's the reason why Taiwan is not really into pageants? Is it because of the one China policy, or is it because Taiwan as a nation does not find beauty, is only has a little beauty pageant industry?
I think it's really like a downward spiral because we often have some issues regarding the name that's printed on our sashes. So for Miss Universe and Miss World, we had have different names all over the history on our sashes for a delegate that comes from Taiwan. And I think that over time, as we not really enter finals or not really place in major pageants, people grow less and less interested in them, and that begin like a downward spiral. There are less and less contestants joining Miss Taiwan as well, which I think is a great pity because Miss Taiwan and Miss International offer such a great platform for young women like us for our advocacies and give us a voice. So I really hope that maybe I can be one of the first in 60 years to enter the finals of Miss International and to really promote beauty pageant as a whole as well in Taiwan too, and that more young women know about this great platform.
For you to be able to do that, how do you plan to stand out in the upcoming competition? Do you have a strategy that you're thinking right now to get ahead of the competition?
That is $1 million question, and I've been discussing intensely with Miss Shandy regarding that. But however, I think first and foremost, I am very proud of my ability to connect with different culture. I have a lot of experiences in that, and I have worked with people from literally all seven continents around the world. So I really hope I can utilize my experience kind of in that regard. And also, I've been discussing with Miss Danny Walker from the
Oh,
yes United
Danny!
States. Yes, I watch her YouTube channel
She's
as
also
well.
helping you
Yes,
for the.
but for now we only had one session, but we discussed about it, and the recommendation she gave is basically to do my best in every single aspect: national costume, evening gown, beauty for SDGs videos. So that's why it further I'm further resoluted that I must come to Philippines to learn about all of the expertise that the empire of the Filipino beauty pageant has. And yeah, so basically that's my strategy for now.
Yeah, and I think it also, I think one thing that you also have to do is learn more about the Japanese culture. I noticed from the years of covering Miss International pageant, they seem to be a stickler for perfection. Yeah, yeah, I think it has something to do with the culture. I mean, you really have to look perfect, prim and proper all the time the moment you step out of your room from head to toe. And any little, let's say, slip up like tardiness, or let's say you um you tripped in your pasarela skills, that could cost you a demerit. So how do you find those things in relation to how you are preparing for Miss International?
That's certainly what I've been trying to getting used to because I must admit it's very, very different from our experiences competing in Miss Taiwan. In Miss Taiwan, we're more like being more easygoing, not as much preparation in our everyday life. However, I understand in Miss International, they're looking for an ambassador and also a great representative of Japanese culture as well. So I've been trying to familiarize myself with their expectations for humility, expectations for perfection, and looking good from the moment I step out of the room with that sash on my body. So I'm very happy that I'm able to take a makeup and hair lesson today with Miss Mickey. Hello. And hopefully she will be the judge of what did I utilize well what I learned today in the coming Miss International. And I've also been learning Japanese. I know a little bit of Japanese from my love of watching anime when I was a teenager. However, I'm taking more serious lessons now because I really want to be able to connect with all of the officials and all of the special guests we'll meet in Japan. So, yeah, I really look forward to it.
If will this be your first time to visit Japan, if ever?
No, actually, if you're Taiwanese, you know we love visiting Japan. Me and my mom used to visit Japan like twice a year. And actually, I brought a little souvenir from Japan. I brought a little lucky charm. It's like a bell, and it is my lucky charm because I got it from a Japanese shrine, and it is for the entertainment industry. And I literally got it just last month in August. So, oh, I think Miss Shandy is getting, yay, it's getting my little bell for me. Here it is. Ta-da! So it's my lucky charm, and it's the correct industry I hope for beauty pageants, and I'll be bringing it with me through the whole time.
That's great. To me, when you ask me what I like about Japan the most, it's the food. Like everything. I love sushi. I love my California rolls. Everything, tempura, name it. I'll eat it.
Yes, me too. I love the food, which is I hopefully after Miss International I'll get to eat a lot.
Yeah. So since you've been preparing, I'm sure you're watching a lot of past Miss International editions. Who's your favorite Miss International title holder?
I must admit, and it's not because I'm currently in Philippines, but my favorite Miss International title holder is Kylie Versosa from 2016. I think she's really the epitome of the Miss International Queen that I want myself to be if I ever have the honor of being Miss International or even just the honor of representing my country, Taiwan, in Miss International. That's who I want to be like.
I hope you'll get to meet her
Yes.
in the near future. So, as I wrap this interview up, what um, what do you hope to achieve with your candidacy here in Miss International?
I hope that no matter as my capacity as Miss Taiwan, or maybe if I ever have the opportunity to become a finalist of Miss International, I really hope I can spread my advocacy well to bring shed more light on the problem of children education. Because as we know, in the world we're facing a lot of problems right now. We have the severe climate change causing wildfires in Canada, Amazon, and we're all heartbroken by the recent wildfire in Maui causing 500 victims. And we can all see the global impact of the war between Russia and Ukraine. So we're seeing all of these problems, perhaps because of the lack of self restraint and the lack of education. Maybe we can teach our children to start from the small things. Let's teach them to turn off the lights and water to preserve energy. Let's teach them to plant trees to try to prevent environmental crisis. And let's teach them about love and respect so that there will be no wars or conflicts in the future. And we can teach them about equality so that people can have the same opportunity for career, for healthcare, and definitely for education. So ultimately, my goal for competing in Miss International is that I hope I can shed light on my advocacy.
Which is true. So, since you talk about climate change affecting the quality of children's education, how do you think we can convince a lot of people, or even our world leaders today, that climate change is a serious problem?
I think that's the exact reason why we must start with children education, because from my own point of view, a big obstacle to battling environmental crisis head on is also the problem of economic. If people are starving, if people don't have a roof over their head, we cannot make them want to cope climate change as well. So through children education, we can hopefully avert or even just mitigate the problem of poverty, so that every children, when they're adults, they have the ability to earn a living for themselves. They become a good citizen. They become a good leader. Then, as a whole, we will have the resolution to combat climate change, and we can ask our government. We can let them know what the people think. So I think children education is really one of the most important thing we can do for our world right now.
And I think listening to you right now and listening to your background, hearing about your background, I think you're in a unique position to be able to really do something for your advocacy. Because, like you said you've been working, you've been interpreting for for your country's various government officials. So probably after interpreting their speeches for them, maybe after the session, you could probably have an audience or a room with them, just to just for them to hear out your advocacy, for you to be able to articulate it. Who knows, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, hopefully. And that's also one of the reasons why I'm so grateful for opportunity to be Miss Taiwan, because beauty pageant really creates this great platform for us to have a voice. And when I'm working as an interpreter, these political figures or business tycoons, they can be very, very busy, and maybe I'm not in a position to stop them when they are not intended to be stopped themselves. But through this great platform, I'm able to voice out my concerns as Miss Taiwan, and as for hopefully through the platform of Miss International as well.
No doubt you'll be able to achieve that. I mean, on or off Miss International stage. So on that note, thank you, Xie. Thank you so much for sharing your story to my followers here on my YouTube channel. For now, God bless you. I can't wait for what you have in store for us in the upcoming competition. As early as now, I'm telling you, you are in good hands. Mama Shandy has trained so many world-class beauty queens in our country. So I hope that you will continue that winning streak.
Thank you.
Not just for her, but for yourself, but for your country as well. So thank you so much. Thank you so much again. So it was such a great time getting to know you, Miss Anita.
Me too, and thank you, Philippines.
谢谢.
谢谢，ありがとうございます。
Yeah, and go slay it in Japan soon.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.